is the hardest video we've done.
It really is.
Hey y'all, I'm Haley.
And I'm Ryan.
And you're in the Brewing Happiness Test Kitchen, and today we're talking about how to cut an onion. There are lots of different ways to approach cutting an onion. You're gonna see different tutorials. I think probably the most prevalent tutorial is the one that teaches you to cut, I don't know, what is this, horizontally across the onion and then down if you're dicing an onion. And Ryan thinks there's a better way, basically.
Yeah, I don't really like that way. I don't particularly care for turning the knife this way, especially if you don't have the sharpest of sharp knives and you have to apply some extra pressure in there. There's like a lot of room for
error and hurting yourself. So instead of doing that method, Ryan has developed his own approach to dicing an onion that we think is superior.
Yeah, I use this method predominantly because it's safer, eliminates any kind of extra waste, and is also just easier.
We're gonna cover both how to slice and dice an onion. Either way, you're gonna start basically the same, which is to cut off both ends of the onion. Some people tell you to keep like the knob at the end, but we're cutting that off. Both ends come off, you cut the onion in half, and then you peel off the skin. So that's the basis for starting to slice or dice, and then Ryan's gonna talk you through both of those methods.
So first off, if we're gonna slice an onion, I'm gonna take that root end, which will often be referred to as the core of an onion. I'm just gonna wedge that out with a little V. So you're gonna start with your knife on one of the sides, and at a slight angle, you will start to slice up to about halfway.
Once you get to midway in cutting an onion, you'll feel like it's precarious, basically. And so the easiest way to solve that is to just flip the onion so that you have a nice wide, sturdy base and you can continue slicing.
So you follow that all the way up to finish the same way as you started.
All right, so you sliced an onion successfully. Let's move on to dicing, which I think is like the more complicated version of this.
Yeah. So for dicing an onion, the way that I like to do it, I start with the ends that I've cut off on my right and left hand side. And then from working right to left, I make my cuts to however large I want my dice to be. But the thing is, I keep the heel of my knife never touches the cutting board. I leave it up. So I'm leaving about 1/4 of an inch of the part of the onion that's close to me intact to hold it all together. And then I will turn the onion, and just like how we sliced it,
you basically want to angle your knife in the rainbow of the, like in the arc of the onion. So you'll follow that arc, which makes the dices even as opposed to sort of like weird shapes if you just cut up and down.
Yeah, if you go up and down on the sides, you'll have like these weird sort of planks versus like an actual dice. And then I get to the halfway point, and just like with the slice, I'll flip it down to make it more controllable, and then work my way up the same way as I started to the point where I have left it whole or not cut through. And then I'll put that down on its side and cut along there, finishing the onion dice.
Hopefully this helps you win in your kitchen.
Yeah.
If you have any other questions about how to cut an onion or how to cut anything, you can let us know in the comments below and we will try to get to that in another video. And that's all we have for this one.
Yeah.
All right, until next time, I'm Haley.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're
Making healthy happen.